25th anniversary Saints team to be introduced to you here today at Wade Stadium. We'll introduce the team around the infield, starting out with the first baseman from the class of 2010. First baseman Sean Clarity. A hard-hitting, power-hitting left-hander, Sean occupied the number 3 spot in the lineup for his entire career. Claw finished a career .382 hitter, and his name can be found in the top 5 of almost every career offensive category in the Saints record book. His 205 hits rank 5th, his 163 runs batted in, and 21 homers are 4th all-time. 187 runs scored and 54 doubles are also the 3rd most in program history. Although Claw was not known for his speed or his defense throughout his career, Claw was a near-perfect 20 for 21 in stolen bases and finished his career with a .988 fielding percentage. His offense year that was most notable was his sophomore season in 2008, where he batted .447 with 10 homers, 18 doubles, and carried an incredible slugging percentage of .830. He was a 3-time All-UMAC Player of the Year. In 2008, he was the conference's Player of the Year, 3-time All-Region, and in 2008, he was an All-American. Number 9, Sean Clarity. Introduce you to the second baseman of the All-25th anniversary team from the class of 1999, Jeff Lottie. Nowadays, you won't find Jeff's name in the top 12 career leaders, but from 1996 to 99, you could associate his name with being one of the best leaders to ever captain the St. Scholastica Saints. During his senior season of 1999, Jeff led the Saints to their first ever and the college's first ever NCAA National Tournament. That season, playing on a team filled with future Hall of Famers, the members of this 25th anniversary team, Jeff led the team with 50 runs batted in. He batted .353 and played in all 48 games. Jeff's presence and handlebar mustache was often intimidating to opponents and sometimes even his teammates. His "I won't lose" attitude helped create a culture that every team he played on followed. A leader from top to bottom, Jeff Lottie. Following graduation, Jeff played professional baseball for the Duluth Superior Dukes and finished his professional career as a .283 hitter. He was 2-time All-UMAC and All-Region in 1999. Number 5, Jeff Lottie. At shortstop from the class of 2000, Leland Swenson. Leland came to the Saints as a freshman in 1996, and for the next 4 years, if you showed up at Wade Stadium to watch the Saints, you were going to see Leland doing work at shortstop. Leland not only played flawless defense, but he provided the Saints with a tremendous amount of offense with his career. 225 hits, 173 runs scored, and a .399 batting average, and 166 runs he batted in. He shares the single-season hits record with 83 and holds the single-season RBI record of 77. And his .464 batting average is the 3rd highest single-season total. Following his 4 years at St. Scholastica, Leland became the first Saints baseball player to play for a major league organization when he was signed to a professional contract in 2000 by the Texas Rangers. He went on to play 2 seasons for the Texas Rangers organization, 1 season with the Duluth Superior Dukes, and finished his career as the starting shortstop for the St. Paul Saints. 4-time All-UMAC, 2000 Conference Player of the Year, 2-time All-Region, the 2000 Region Player of the Year, and 2-time All-American. Unable to be with us tonight, but let's still hear it for number 9, Leland Swenson. The third baseman of the 25th anniversary All-Saints team is also the captain of the squad. From the class of 1997, Ben Sickler. The only Saints baseball player to have his number retired, number 4 helped put the Saints on the college baseball map. During his junior season of 1996, Ben set 9 program records. On the mound, he was 11-1 with a 1.66 ERA and 113 strikeouts. Those 113 strikeouts are still a single-season record, and his 11 wins are tied for the most. He also hit .437 with 5 home runs and 46 RBIs, and became the Saints' first baseball player to be named All-American. As the only 3-year captain in program's history, Ben created the blueprint for excellence and success that is still pursued by the Saints baseball players today. He was 3-year All-Region, 2-time All-American, and the Midwest Division III Athlete of the Year in 1997. The captain, number 4, Ben Sickler. Let's introduce you to the catcher of the All-Anniversary team from the class of 2000, Justin Herrera. A first-team All-American catcher following his senior year of 2000, Harry made an immediate impact. Even back in his freshman year, batting .360 with 30 RBIs. A career .393 hitter, Harriman ranks second in career hits with 243, and also in doubles with 56. His 24 home runs are the third most for any Saints hitter, and his 178 RBIs still stand as the most in program history. Perhaps his most impressive accomplishment was his 42-game hit streak from 1999 to 2000. Or would it be his walk-off home run in 1999 that gave the Saints their first ever win in the NCAA tournament? And although he had a strong dislike, and still does, for pitchers, Harriman was responsible for much of the success the Saints pitchers enjoyed during his 4 years behind the plate. He is a 4-time All-UMAC, 3-time All-Region, and in 2000, a first-team All-American. Give it up for number 7, Justin Herrera. There have been a lot of great center fielders in this program's history, but none greater than, from the class of 2000, Chris Lapine. Great center fielder and leadoff hitter, one of the best in Saints history. Chris Lapine was the motor of the teams that he played on. The program's career hit leader with 245. He also ranked second in runs with 227, fourth in doubles with 54, and second in stolen bases with 96. His 83 hits in 2000 tie him with Leland Swenson for the most in a single season. And his 80 runs scored are the most ever in a season for the Saints. Chris was also well known for his ability to chase down balls hit anywhere here in Wade Stadium. He galloped from gap to gap, turning would-be hits into short outs. But perhaps the most electrifying weapon in his arsenal was his ability to run the bases. Turning a single into a double or a double into a triple has been one of the best things to watch in all of Saints baseball history. The 4-time All-UMAC, 2-time All-Region, and 2000 All-American, number 20, Chris Lapine. Then he got to right field from the class of 2004, Josh Wetloffer. Another great center fielder in Saints baseball history, Josh Wetloffer began his career as a freshman in 2001 and was instantly inserted into the starting lineup. Over his 4-year career, Josh played 176 games while taking a break on the bench for only 6. If Chris Lapine was the motor for the teams he played on, Josh Wetloffer was the spark plug during his tenure. He ranks first in runs scored with 253 and also tops in stolen bases with 101. He is third in career hits with 240 and third in batting average, standing at 408. Josh was not your stereotypical leadoff hitter who would hit singles and steal bases. He also possessed the ability to hit the long ball. And following 0 home runs his freshman year, he went on to hit 15 over the next 3, including 10 during his senior season, to go along with the team best 463 batting average and 30 stolen bases. During Josh's senior season, his team won a program best 42 games, with Josh leading the way. He was 4-time All-UMAC, 2-time the Conference Player of the Year, 2-time All-Region, and 2-time Region Player of the Year, 2003 All-American, even though he's not able to be here. Number 5, Josh Wetloffer. The left fielder, also from the class of 2000, Derrick Billman. 34 home runs, the most by any member of the Saints baseball program. And imagine if Derrick had played for 4 years. Derrick Billman, the career home run leader and single season leader with 16 round trippers, may very well have been the most feared Saints hitter in history to opposing hurlers. Standing at 6'1" and 215 pounds, Billman was responsible for much of the Saints' offensive success in 1998, 99, and 2000. During the regional championship game in 2000, Billman put the Saints on his back, drove in 8 runs, and led his team to their first regional title. He is 3-time All-UMAC and in 1998 All-Region. Again, not able to be with us today, but number 21, Derrick Billman. The designated hitter for this All Saints squad from the class of 2002, Greg Young. Greg Young's legacy in Saints baseball history was created with his bat, as he is possibly the greatest pure hitter to ever wear a Saints uniform. As a freshman in 1999, GY appeared in only 14 games, collecting a minuscule 4 hits, although one was a homer. His sophomore season, he was sensational. How about a .444 batting average, 44 runs batted in, 28 stolen bases, and a slugging percentage of .630. Not bad, but also not his best. Over the next 2 years, Greg began to cement himself in CSS baseball history, hitting .474 in 2001 and .465 in 2002, the 2 highest batting averages during a single season in our program's history. GY is the all-time leader at batting average, sitting at .445, and also sits atop the slugging percentage list by himself at an amazing .767. His 24 home runs rank second for a career, as does his 176 runs batted in. We should also note his ability to run, as he is the single-season leader in stolen bases with 40. 3-time All-UMAC selection, 2-time Conference Player of the Year, 3-time All-Region, the 2001 Region Player of the Year, and 2-time All-American. Number 3, Greg Young. The past 25 years, the St. Scholastica Saints have produced some of the best pitchers in college baseball history. These are the best of the best for the Saints. Starting it off, from the class of 1995, Chad Avikainen. Hard-throwing righty from the early days of Saints baseball, Avi was the most dominating pitcher of his era, tossing 2 no-hitters during his 3 years as a member of the Saints pitching staff. At the conclusion of his career in 1995, Avi was the program's leader in wins, ERA, and strikeouts, finishing his career with 13 wins, a .270 ERA, 160 innings pitched, 160 strikeouts. In a period of Saints baseball where wins did not come easy, Avi's team set program records for wins each year he played for the Saints, winning 16 games in '93, 18 in '94, and 24 games in 1995. The 2-year-old district in 1995 All-Region pitcher, number 22, Chad Avikainen. From the class of 2002, also unable to be with us today, Brett Nyquist. The first Saint to be selected in the Major League Baseball draft, Brett Nyquist was chosen by the old Montreal Expos in the 13th round of the 2002 MLB draft. During his 3-year career at St. Scholastica, the 6'7" left-hander developed into the hardest thrower in the program's history, topping out in the mid-90s during his junior season. Major League scouts were a common sight when he was on the mound in 2002, as he posted a single-season best 1.09 ERA and struck out 83 batters while holding opponents to a 198 batting average. During his sophomore season, he tossed a complete game no-hitter against the #1 team in the country, the University of St. Thomas. And during his freshman year, he earned the win during the Saints Regional Championship game. 2-time All-UMAC, as well as being the 2002 Conference Pitcher of the Year, 2002 All-Region and All-American, number 44, Brett Nyquist. From the class of 2005 on the mound, Jake Eiler. Tied for second in career wins with 24, fourth in career strikeouts with 238, and the second lowest single-season ERA at 1.51, not to mention the third highest single-season strikeout mark of 93. Jake Eiler was a workhorse for his Saints teams. Jake drew the toughest Saints opponents over his final 2 seasons and meeting the challenge every time he took the mound. During his junior and senior seasons alone, Jake was a combined 18-3 with 177 strikeouts compared to only 15 walks. 4-time All-UMAC, 2005, the conference's Pitcher of the Year, and 3-time All-Region. Big loud round of applause for number 13, Jake Eiler. We saw him earlier today, but again, the class of 2007 on the mound, Mark Moriarty. Another former ace of the Saints pitching staff, Mark Mo finished his career with 52 appearances, the most for any Saints pitcher, 23 wins, the third most all time, and posted the second highest total for strikeouts in a career with 257. During his sophomore season, Mo struck out 106 batters, the second most in a single season for a Saints pitcher. He is also the current record holder for most strikeouts in a game, posting 16 Ks. During the NCAA tournament in 2006, Mark Mo outdueled future second-round draft pick of the Washington Nationals, Jordan Zimmerman, to give the Saints a 4-3 win. Mark Moriarty is another Saints pitcher to have had success in the professional ranks, playing last season with the St. Paul Saints. The three-time All-UMAC, 2006 Conference Pitcher of the Year, and two-time All-Region hurler number 12, Mark Moriarty. And the last starting pitcher for our squad from the class of 2001, Cory. The soft-throwing lefty relied on a mix of about a 79-mile-an-hour fastball, slow change-ups, and even slower curveball to earn the most wins in the program's 25-year history. His 29 wins, 233 innings pitched, and 258 strikeouts are all career highs for a Saints pitcher. His 11 wins in 2000 tied him with Ben Sickler for the most in a single season by a Saints pitcher. As a sophomore in 1999, CK came out of the bullpen to pitch 8 innings and earned the first ever win for St. Scholastica in an NCAA tournament when Justin Herrera hit a walk-off home run against UW Stevens Point. CK was a great example about how working fast, changing speeds, and throwing strikes can make you a successful college pitcher with a 79-mile-an-hour fastball. Four-time All-UMAC, 2000 and 2001 Conference Pitcher of the Year, two-time All-Region, two-time All-American, and our head coach now, number 18, Cory. And to close the door on these big games for the 2009 Saints, we need a closer on our 25th anniversary team, none better than Aiden Cumming. The third Saint to play for a Major League organization, the second draft of Aiden Cumming was selected in the 31st round by the Cincinnati Reds in June of 2009. During his career at St. Scholastica, Aiden earned 24 wins, the second most in program history, and carried a minuscule 1.86 career ERA, third lowest here at St. Scholastica. Aiden appeared in 50 games for the Saints, but only 24 of those appearances came as the starting pitcher. The other 16 were out of the bullpen as the Saints closer, recording 9 saves and helping his team win numerous close games by shutting down the opposition in the late innings. Aiden overpowered opposing hitters with his sweeping slider and lively fastball, striking out 215 opponents, fifth most all time. Those 215 Ks coming in only 198 innings. Recruited by colleges at the Division I and II level, Aiden chose St. Scholastica as the place to play his college baseball. And our program is infinitely better because of his decision. Four-time All-UMAC, the 2007 Conference Pitcher of the Year, four-time All-Region, and All-American in 2009, number 13, Aiden Cumming. Despite the talent on the field with that all-anniversary team, I promise, I know these guys, somebody's going to have to keep them in line. And none better than the head coach of the all-anniversary team and all of our hearts, John Baggs. Hired at the young age of 24, which is still under debate, Coach Baggs was the youngest college baseball head coach in the country at the time. He inherited a baseball program that had won only 34 games during its first 5 seasons and had never won more than 11 in a single year. It did not take long for Coach Baggs to change the culture of his new program. They won 11 games in his first season of 1992, the following year 16, and then 18, and then 26. And then in 1996, his team won 33 games. And in 1997, 33 more. For his career, 567 wins in 18 years. 567 wins that he was proud of. Most of them. Although he valued victory, what Coach Beggs valued even more, what was more important to him than a win, was developing quality student athletes who were good students and even better people in our community. He cared about the accomplishments they would achieve in their life after baseball and was always there for their support. Every strong family and every strong team has a strong leader, and for 18 years, John Baggs was the leader of Saints baseball. And even though he's not with us on the field today, he will always be leading the Saints baseball family in our heart. Number 33, our head coach, John Baggs. Accepting the award for coach is John Baggs. Thanks everybody for joining us for the 25th anniversary team. We know we'll see you every year, and we'll see you in 25 more for the 50th anniversary team.